Alright, you guys, so I've been seeing a lot of people have trouble with the Anjanath, so I'm gonna go ahead and put up a video, or this is the video to help you guys, hunt it. I'm hunter rank 9, so, I basically have the full set of armor, higher level armor, but I figured I'd use lower level armor to kind of, get everything, kind of keep it to where you guys are at. So I'm using origin armor. Each of my armor pieces have a defense rating of 12 each. So, 12 times 5, figure about 12 times 5. Yeah, 12 times 5, so about 60 defense. 12 times 5. Yeah, 60 defense, I can do math. Alright, so for the items you want to make sure you have, obviously you want to stock up on mega potions, shock traps, trap tools, and flash bugs. And thunder bugs are going to be really essential for this, especially the honey and herbs, because basically at the level that you guys are at, you guys are going to want the mega potions to use those when you need them, but you want to make sure you never run out of healing supplies, especially for this hunt if you guys are having trouble with it. Also, another thing, the flash bugs, you want to make sure you have a good amount of flash bugs on you. I don't have any in my inventory right now, but I do have the flash pods already pre-made. I'm cultivating flash bugs right now, but anyways, besides that, you just want to make sure you have a good amount of flash bugs already on you when you do this hunt. So now we're just gonna go ahead. I think this is probably where I go and eat. Yeah, so I'm gonna stop by the canteen. So the canteen is probably gonna be the biggest part of every hunt, so that you want to make sure obviously you want to try to get through every hunt without fainting. But if you do, the canteen, like, you're pretty much screwed out because you can't eat the second time, so you're gonna have to use like a max potion to get your health back. Now, normally I see people try to go for the biggest health boost or attack boost, when in reality you're going to want to get a bigger defense boost while getting some health of that too. Reason being, obviously, the Anja does a ton of damage when it hits you, so you basically, you can't kill it if you can't survive its hits, so that's the reason why on this one I'm going with defense medium boost and some health to kind of help out with that. Alright, so I spawned in the campsite 11. So pretty much I'm running the ghillie suit, I'm running iron grace longsword, and the origin armor. You get the origin armor by pre-ordering it. There's about 3 armor spheres, like 3 levels of upgrades that this set of armor has, so that's the reason being why it has like 12, a defense of 12 per armor piece. Let's pick up that bug. So that bug, it helps a lot, but I don't know if you guys have noticed when you pick it up, but you get like a little speed boost, or at least I think you get like a little speed boost, and it negates stamina depletion, so that's always a plus. Oh, another thing, so I think you guys just saw me pick up the trail after 1 track, but pretty much the ecological studies, that entire research thing, it's the more you hunt a monster, the easier it'll be to track it after 1 track pickup. But there's 2 levels on it. There's the level on the left, which gives you a ton of research data and all, like, basic rewards you get from it, what's weak and what it's strong against. The level on the right, the scout fly level, that can either go up or down depending on how often you hunt it. So the more often you hunt it, the more points you put into that from getting all these tracking, all these markings, all these tracks will level it up to where at one point level 3 gives you the status and the status of the monster you're hunting. And you'll be able to track it after a single track like you just saw me do. So there's a great jaguar in here. Now the great jaguar isn't exactly what you want to hunt. We want to hunt that Anja. Dump pods are really good for these too. I thought I had some in my inventory, but I forgot to add those too. But yeah, basically in the ancient forest there's going to be a lot of one-on-one monster fights, or that's how you want them to go, especially since you have plenty of time to go through it. if you're running low on time, or for whatever reason you don't want the other monster to fight, just shoot a death bomb at him and you're good to go. So with the Anja, a lot of the way you gotta play it is hit and run. When its skull piece is up and its moves are out, that's when it gets really aggressive. So that's when you gotta really careful with any attacks. Because a lot of the attacks that it does will do a lot more damage than normal. Oh, that's me trying to push aggro. That my Palico is able to, so that's plus. Oh, another thing, when you mount the monster, I don't know if you guys are figuring this out, but obviously there's highlighted options up on the top right. If you want to trace, you really just want to go with whatever option that is shown, because that's probably going to be the best idea. That's going to be the best thing to do. Like, sometimes it's telling you it's probably good to get hit, or if it's telling you to brace, then you brace, and you stay on the monster. If you get flung off for whatever reason, if you press circle, last second, right as soon as you get flung off, you can actually remount the monster. Here we got the Great Jogger and the Angel fighting it out. Just building up Spirit Blade stacks on it. So like, it took about, that one hit took about like half my health. You just want to always make sure you're good on health before you re-engage, especially with these monsters. Just heal up as soon as you're good. That's about good. So stun the Great Jogger, not exactly the monster I was going for. But, you know, it still works. I can focus on the Angel without worrying about the Great Jogger trying to focus on it. I think this is the part where I was looking for the dump pod to shoot at the Great Jogger so I can get it away and focus on that. Alright, so now you see how the skull piece is set up? Those are the times when you want to flash it. Well, obviously it's pretty much stunned, so you'll be able to focus it without, you know, having to charge it energize. Now, another thing with a monster like this, you can either go the really tanky route with like a great sword or a lance, but ideally what I prefer, I love using the longsword. The longsword it's mobile. It can chain really strong combos once you get the hang of it, which honestly it took me like over 10-12 hours to fully work out all the combos with the longsword. Alright, so its wings and most wings were up, so I stunned it. This is when you really want to focus it. It's regardless of what ult you have, it's like this is where a lot of the flash bugs and the flash bugs are going to work out. While it's still stunned and not moving, this is when you want to focus a lot of your damage towards it. 3 Jaggers are right there, but that's not going to be much of an issue. Just let them fight it out. Or trying to get too close to the Angel when it's engaged like this. So you just skirt around. Take a little hit, don't hit in, and just get out. Another thing, when it's down, you know, I'm sure you guys already know this, but this is the time to get down on it. If you're using a longsword, same thing, get in your next Spirit Blade coating, and then just try to keep it up until you're able to down him again. Same thing, one hit, get out of the way. If you're facing and you get one hit in, you're going to want to get out of the way. You never want to sit for too long. So right there, I try to get the flash. I try to get the... I'm just stunned right there, it just didn't work out for me. Second time too. That don't work out for me. And on the third time was fine. Stun, yeah, I probably should have probably should have put it out there, but opportunities like that, you've got to be able to take them. That's really how you're going to kill this monster. another thing, you guys haven't seen these traps on this yet, but traps are immensely helpful. Only thing you gotta worry about is if you chain them together in anything more than 2, the duration does not last long, so you want to give it a little bit of a cooldown time after your second shock trap. Same thing with stuns. If you stun them back to back to back, they get more resistance to it, and it makes it a lot harder to, you know, keep up damage output when they're only stunned for like 2-3 seconds compared to the 5 or 6 from the first flash pod. Well, aerial attacks do extra damage too, so it's always good to get those. If you can mount, even better. You can focus on cutting off the tail if that's what you really want to do. Yeah, so just to reiterate, when it's enraged, the last thing you want to do is to get hit, especially by attacks like that. So that attack tends to chain 2 or 3 times, and that can be a KO. Alright, so right there I stunned him. Same thing, build up my Spirit Blade. You know, all you need is the last hit to connect in order for that Spirit Blade to get that next coating. Yeah, it's still enraged. Set up another shot trap. Fill the bar. Rinse and repeat. So you notice that that one he was paralyzed for a lot less of the time. Yeah, that's why you don't want to get them all set up one after the other. So this flash flood cage, it pretty much, it's a gadget that your paladin gets after talking to the bug trappers in the ancient forest. It'll come up when you have to explore the ancient forest, so don't worry about it if you guys don't have it yet. I didn't get it just recently, so that's level 1. Or level 2 actually. Same thing, see an opening, take it, I'm gonna focus on that tail. But at this point I was just trying to kill it since I didn't really have any. I didn't want to do anything necessarily. Figured, you know, objective is to kill it. You guys can learn how to kill it and you guys can focus on the tail after. Okay, so I'm really low right here. This is when I especially need to heal and get out. I have that Mega Potion ready. So it's enraged. So again, for those of you that probably fast forwarded to this part, the gear I'm using is an Iron Greaves 2. It's a longsword variant. For the armor, it's Origin armor. You get that from pre-ordering. Defense values of 12 armor, 12 per piece. Resistance of 0 on everything, with a defense boost from cooking. So if you look down on the bottom left, you'll notice how the vital signs, how it's looking like it's going kind of low, how it looks like it's flatlining. A capture fulfills their requirements as well for hunts. So, I mean, if you are always getting killed right when it starts to remember when it's weak, this is ideally when you want to catch it and you don't with the quest. You're going to need trank bombs, you can craft those. You're going to need a shock trap, you can craft those. So now it's pissed. Paratoads are really good too. I was gonna try to bait it into it, but you know, didn't work out. Try to flash it, try to get it stunned, that didn't work out either. So I figured, okay, just let him retreat, sharpen up. On the mini map, he has that skull mark, so he's he's getting low on health. When they're low on health, they typically tend to enrage more often, so that's when you really gotta be careful. Especially in the narrow, really narrow areas of the map like this part. So I just ran by a flash bug. I didn't think I needed it, but I probably should have picked it up. I picked up that one, but I didn't pick up the second one. Another thing, if you're not using your radial quick selection thing, that you should really get used to doing that. Presets that are nice to have are always going to be that mega potion. It's nice to know where that is always when you need that extra boost. It's nice to have a shock trap ready whenever you need it. It's nice to have a Farcaster ready whenever you need it. Alright, so he's trapped. At this point I figure this is my opening, so that's when I use all of my R2s, get that spirit blade going. It's at red, so whenever each color gives you bonus damage per hit, and it stacks too, so when you use your Helm's Breaker, this is when you want to take advantage of it. When you land a Helm's Breaker, your spirit gauge starts to regenerate as well. So it's easier to chain a lot more combos through that. And look who's here, the Great Jack. Alright, that's fine. I figure, the Anjanath's almost dead. If anything, the Great Jack will help me out as long as I don't get hit by it. I chain a double hard on that. That's good. He's preoccupied with the Great Dragon. I probably shouldn't have flashed it there. I had some time on that. So same thing, use my R2 combo to get those attacks going. He's stuck, so I see my other opportunity. Use my Helm Breaker. Bam, chain that attack. It's like 6-7 attacks. Basically the equivalent of the attacks you need to fill up one spirit gauge. So you can chain 3 of those, you can get insane damage output. One thing I don't use in this fight is the ghillie suit. If you need a sharpen or you need a heal, use that ghillie suit, find a safe spot, and then heal, sharpen, do what you gotta do. Yeah, this is where I made the mistake. While trying to sharpen it, really, yeah. So that happens. Now I'm back to lower health. I lose that defense buff. No big deal. One thing I really recommend you bring with you also are nutrients and mega nutrients. You can find those in your crafting list to bring up your max health. Pretty much, obviously, the more health you have, the better. You can take more hits without getting one hit killed. There's also a bunch of other damage buff items and defense buff items, like there's demon powder, there's might seeds or might pills, one of the two. Pretty much a lot of other ways you can go about this, but I figured for your average player, just the potions, mega potions, honey, pretty much these are the essentials that you're gonna want to use, or better yet, I should say the minimum that you're gonna want when you're fighting him for the first time with lower level armor and weapons. You always want to fight him in the rear, never fight him head on unless you're running with the lance. If you fight him head on, you're gonna get chomped to death, so. You see me, I kinda like dance around the edge of it, trying to let him get his face towards me. Go for the sides, and there's the finishing hit. So all it is, it's consistency, consistency, consistency. You just skirt around the edge. If he's enraged, last thing you want to do is fight him head on. Literally head on. That's gonna be the easiest way to die. So there's the Great Jagra. I figured if he If he hit me, I'd probably have to kill him too. Wouldn't have enough time in 40 seconds, but you know, just something to keep it going for the last 40 seconds. Alright, those are the carves that I got. Keep in mind, if you cut off the tail, you get 1 extra carve, that being the tail. If not, you're still limited to the 3 carves from the monster itself. And yeah, if you have any questions, comments, feedback, go ahead, drop it off in the comments. I'll do my best to get back to it. Next video that I have ready to go is going to be the Rathless video with this exact armor and weapon. Alright, thanks for watching.